Hi, hello, how are ya? Good morning, happy Monday. Reading update wise, I have like 100 pages left of Hollowpox. I did my normal thing where I got into bed, I got comfy, and I was like, okay, 2 or 3 chapters before I go to sleep, making some progress. Oh no. I stayed up reading until like 11 o'clock, which isn't super late, but for a day where I have work the next day, not super smart, although I am feeling pretty good. I'm not super tired today, which is nice compared to like the last 2 weeks where I was exhausted. So I'm thinking that this week is going to be really good. My thoughts so far are I'm just loving it. And I was thinking about this morning. Normally when I'm reading a book, the bits before the really good parts are like a 5 or a 6. I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is nice. We're meeting new characters. We're setting up the plot. Okay. And then we get to the good bits. And I'm like, ooh, 8, 9. This is good. And then it goes down and you get to the end. When I'm reading anything that's in this like Nevermore series, the bits before the really good bits, when all the action starts, those bits themselves are really good. Like, I noticed, so I got to page 369. I finished last night off on page 429. Page 369 is what I would say was like the, oh shit, it's going down. Hi, Marcy. Because Morrigan uses her Wondersmith power to revive the fire blossom trees, which have been extinct for like over 100 years. There's this big riot going on outside of Woonsock because all of the like normal citizens of Nevermore now are like seeing all of these attacks that are happening because of the like Wunimals, the people who are like half animal, half human. They're picking up on it. And they think that the Woonsock Society is hiding things from them, and that because they're refusing to like step forward and take action, that it's putting people in danger. And we've just had some characters who were Wunimals, and they've been in this like comatose empty stage, and when they wake up they're animals. They're just animals, which means that the parts of them that were, coherent and human-like are gone. They've been completely changed into different people. And so the people in the hospital who are taking care of them are having to lock them up and treat them like animals. And so because of the mob, we've learned a lot about like distraction as part of what the Woonsock Society does, distracting people from the like dangers that are happening. And so Morgan creates this distraction, and she goes and she puts her hand on the fire blossom trees and like breathes life basically back into them, which was so amazing. But even before this happened, I thought the parts before in the book were still so good because I just love this world so much. So like I said, normally the beginning bits are 5 or a 6. This book starts at like an 8 or a 9 because I just love the characters and the world so much. And so then we get to the extra good bits and I'm like, wow, this is like 10, 11, 12, like breaking the scale. I just cannot express enough how much I love this series. So I'm on page 429. There are 543 pages left of this book, so I have just over 100. And I'm definitely going to finish it tonight when I go to sleep. That depends, though, on this. This huge ball is yarn. I am making a blanket for my coworker. I got her for Secret Santa, and she put on there pink fuzzy blankets. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to do that stereotypical blanket that I've been seeing everywhere. So I bought 3 balls of yarn. They're more this size. This is 2 of them together because I started doing it and I realized I'm gonna run out of yarn. So I went to Michael's yesterday, sold out of this dust pink color. Looked everywhere online, looked at, sometimes Walmart has yarn, sometimes Target might have something if it's really, really popular. No, nothing at Joann's, nothing at Hobby Lobby, nowhere. I messaged this crafting store that's near me and asked if they had any, and they said no, they were completely sold out of the dust pink in the Burnett's blanket big yarn. So I'm gonna have to substitute and do like block coloring. I ended up purchasing some like dark gray from a Michael's that is 20 minutes away because my store didn't have anything. They didn't have, all they have is dark purple. And it's this like thick, chunky, like the yarn is thick. It's like half an inch wide. And they just, you don't need any sort of like prior knowledge or equipment to make these. You just make them on your bed with your hands, like doing the loops. So depending on how long that takes, I'm gonna have to go pick up the yarn during my lunch break. I'm not gonna start it until tomorrow. I'm gonna use the rest of my lunch break to edit if I have any time, because I have to drive 20 minutes out, pick it up, and then drive 20 minutes back. So I might not have any time during my lunch break to do anything today, which is frustrating because I need to knit, I need to edit, I need to do other things. So this week's vlog might be late. This is a super long intro, but Saturday I will also be kind of losing that day because I'm going over to my Nana's house to see her and all of my aunts, because it is our traditional tamale day. Every year my family makes tamales, and we make like, it's like 50 pounds of masa. My Nana started making the red chili like last week. It's an all day thing, and I typically get to take home like 2 or 3 dozen, one of which I eat with my boyfriend's family on Christmas morning. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to try to film a couple of clips my aunt normally does to put on her Instagram, but it'll be footage for this vlog. So this is going to be a jam-packed week. I have Friday off, thank God, so hopefully I can spend as much time knitting on Friday. But I'm scratching Marcy. The blanket for my coworker is my #1 priority today because I have to deliver it to her tomorrow. So I'm going to get back to work now, and I hope that this week is good for you guys. Hello, it's almost 4 o'clock now, and I just got a package delivered. It's not for me, it's my cousin's Christmas gift, but I don't know how to open this. It's a book, and I love the cover, and I just wanted to share it. I know like it's everywhere. It's a very popular, it's a very popular cover for this book. Oh my God, and I really want a copy of it, but I got one for him for Christmas because that's what he asked. He has the version of this for Anne Green Gables, and it's Little Women. This is such a stunning cover. I do have a copy of this that I haven't read, and it's just like a black cover. I think it was my aunt's, and she just let me have it, but I just love this so much. It's so beautiful. So this is his Christmas gift, and I'm going to put it on the couch to wrap it later. It's 3:41 right now. I am pretty much done for the day. Just waiting on some emails back from my boss with some documents signed so I can send out case transfers. I'm dealing with this like difficult girl who is unhappy with the case that we transferred to her, but she's just gonna have to deal with it. So I think I might plug my laptop into the monitors and start editing my video. I don't typically edit here, but I'm gonna give it a go and see if it goes any quicker or how I like it. I really need to knit. Christmas is next week, and I still have a whole like blanket and a half to finish. I dropped the blanket off to my coworker. I really hope she likes it. I really hope that the Burnats yarn comes back into stock because I want one so bad. And when I showed it to my boyfriend yesterday, he was like, "Is this a blanket for me?" And I was like, "No, this is for my coworker." And he tried to put his feet on it, and I was like, "Get your gross feet off! This isn't for you." But I think that would be a nice like little gift for the two of us to have a cozy blanket that I made for the couch. So I'm going to edit my video a little bit, just until 5. And then probably go knit and then start on dinner. Hello, it's Wednesday and I am just sat on the couch. It's my lunchtime, but I am taking the rest of the day off. I had 2 like unit retreats this morning, one for each unit, and one of my bosses, so typically what we do when we have a unit retreat, we go off-site, especially for like the holiday ones, and normally they say we can just go home for the rest of the day. So that's what one of my bosses said. The other one, who is technically my actual boss, was like, "Oh, I didn't tell them it was going to be a unit retreat, so I don't think we can do that. And I texted him, I was like, I just don't have a lot of stuff to do during this time of year. Everyone's going on vacation next week. I'm trying to save what I currently have for next week. So I was like, I'm taking the rest of the day off. I have a ton of knitting that I need to do. I'm going to try and get as much of this blanket done as possible today. I'm like almost halfway through. So I'm trying to do that. But I did want to come on here and say that I finished Hollowpox last night, and I just love this series so much. It's so good. Every like character, every detail about the world, every scene, every word is so well thought out and put together. It's just so good. And as like a reference, when people read Harry Potter, they are just transferred into that world. I honestly don't know. And they can just see it around them so spectacularly. But I grew up watching the movies. I didn't read the series fully until I was 19, 20, I think. Yeah, 20, because it was right before my 21st birthday. And because I'd already seen the movies, they're just not as magical for me. The books, I should say, as the movies. There's just something about the way that the movies were directed. It's so good. My book cover is all dusty. But when I read this series, I am just transported into the world, and everything is good. There is not a moment in any of the 3 books where I was bored or didn't want to keep going. It's just every detail, every character, minor character, you know, scene that doesn't really have to do with the main story. It's all so good. So obviously I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I need book 4 now, but I don't even think the author has started working on it, so we're probably not going to get it until the end of next year, maybe 2022, which is super sad, but also super weird to say 2022. Anyways, 5 out of 5 stars. That's my 52nd book this year. The next book that I'm going to start reading is book 2 in the Crowns of Croswald series. I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'm going to pick up next. Just going with feel-good middle grades for this month. I might only read those 2 books. I might read more. Who knows? I really need to work on this knitting though and make that a priority before Christmas. Hello, happy Thursday. Oof. I had my teeth cleaned today, and my teeth hurt so bad. My teeth are one thing that I am just so neglectful of. Like, I brush my teeth, I floss occasionally, but going to go get them cleaned and like kept up maintenance wise, I just don't do, which makes my mom really mad because she paid, you know, almost $5,000 for me to have braces and have them straightened out, and I lost my retainer quite a while ago, and I just don't do anything to take care of them. And so I went to go get my, because I have a bottom retainer, a permanent one, and I went to go get that like cleaned out and the rest of my teeth cleaned out, and I'm having some issues with my gums down here. They're really red, you can kind of see. And basically, like, you get extreme plaque buildup when you have a permanent retainer. Your like plaque adheres to it, and some of the plaque is pushing on my gums, so in between this tooth here, it's pushing the gum out from where it's supposed to be. So when I got my teeth cleaned, they hurt like they have not hurt in so long. Like, this is the kind of pain I felt when I had braces, which, oh, it just sucks. And the experience was so overwhelming. Like, the sound of the like tool grinding on my teeth and just the tool itself, ugh, it was like scraping a fork on your plate. It just felt awful. It sounded awful, and I was so stressed out. I was like gripping one of the handles with my left hand, and then I had my right hand in a fist like on my chest, and I was shaking. I hated that experience so much, and I have been so anxious this week and just feeling really like down, and that made things so much worse. I'm working right now. It's 2:15. Just kind of slowly going through things again. When I get to the end of the year, I just don't get a lot of stuff turned in, so I'm trying to slowly portion out the like documents that I do have so that I have at least one thing to do every day for the next like 2 weeks or so. Reading wise, I did start the Crowns of Croswald 2, which is the girl with the whispering shadows. I got to page 25, I think. I read like the prologue in the first chapter. I'm very much enjoying it. I very much love this world. It is signed, which I didn't know was going to be the case, but signed it says enjoy the adventure. I really loved the first book. It was so good, and I'm so thankful for whoever it was that reached out to me and said that I could read this. It was one of my favorites from this year, and I highly recommend it. The like magic system and the magic that they use is very unique to a lot of the like magic systems that I've read about before. So I'm just going to slowly move along with this over the next couple of weeks probably. This might be the only book that I read for the rest of the month. My mental health is just really poopy right now. I'm not feeling it. I think I've cried every day for the last like 5 days, at least twice. I definitely wanted to cry during my dentist appointment because I was just so uncomfortable. So today, once I'm done with work, I'm putting my PJs on, I'm climbing into bed, I'm putting Bub's Burgers on, and I'm just going to spend the rest of the night knitting and playing on my phone and doing whatever makes me feel good, because I really need to have energy for Saturday to make tamales, because that is an all-day thing, and it is very hands-on, being, you know, not only making the tamales, but being present, because my grandmother and my aunts are going to be there. And I'm looking forward to it, but like emotionally I'm not. So I just wanted to come on here and say that my teeth hurt so bad. But at least now they're like properly cleaned, and I do really need to get better about like flossing, especially down here. So I'm gonna get back to work, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Hello, I have Bookmail. So my work, I just had scissors. What did I do with them? So my work normally does a Christmas, well, we call it a holiday party every year. And this year, obviously, we can't have one. So instead, they gave us basically the money that would have cost to like feed us, about $25 per person. And we do raise the money ourselves through like fundraisers and stuff. So it's our money to have. And they sent us a $25 gift card. It's this website called Tango where they like load the money on there, and then you can pick what kind of gift card you want it to go on. And obviously I chose Barnes & Noble, and obviously I had already purchased my books within like 5 minutes of receiving it. So I just got home from running a little errand at Target, and this was at my door. I'm very excited. Ooh. So the first one is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I really enjoy her books. Unbound, something like that. Loved that series where they like walk through like special doorways and keeping like ghost hunting. Really love the Cassidy Blake series. Ooh. There's another one, I can't, this Savage Song, loved that duology. And I've read A Darker Shade of Magic. And I read A Darker Shade of Magic last year, and I did not like it at all. I think part of it was because I was reading it during a readathon, which meant that I had to get through it quickly. And I just try not to do that very often anyways, because it can really affect my reading. But I didn't enjoy it very much. I didn't feel connected with the characters. I didn't really have any connection with the storyline. The one character that I did enjoy died. So I just didn't like it. But I thought that I would pick up Vicious and see if I enjoy this world better. And then I also picked up The Nemesis by S.J. Kincaid. I have read The Diabolic. I've read The Empress. Loved both of them. Such a like unique world, so many twists and turns. Love Nemesis, love Tyrus. And this is the final book to the series. It came out this year. and it's definitely high on my list, especially because it's the final in the series, and that was one of my goals this year, to finish series. And I think I did like 6 or 7 out of the 10 that I had as like a goal. And I just really loved these characters in this world. So this is the second book that I got. I'm off now. Marcy is licking my toes. I have a headache because I'm clenching because my teeth hurt. So I'm gonna get cozy on the couch with this blanket, watch TV. I might put on an HP movie later. We'll see. My boyfriend might be going out for drinks with his coworkers. I'm not really sure, but I'm not feeling great anyways. So I just want to curl up on the couch and be comfy. I'm off tomorrow, which is super exciting. But my whole day is just gonna be filled with, I don't know if you can hear her whining in the background, knitting. And I also got a gift, one of my boyfriend's gifts, so I need to wrap that before he gets home. I'm wrapping gifts as I'm getting them and like tracking all of them in a really crazy way. And apparently my boyfriend got a notification of some unusual activity, I think just because I ordered too many gifts through Amazon. I really did try to go find them in stores, but we have limited time to go shopping. I don't feel comfortable being out, and a lot of like smaller stores were like, we can't get this to you by Christmas. And I was like, it's my fault that I waited, but if you can't get it to me by Christmas, then I'm going to Amazon. And that's what I did. So I'm gonna wrap this and get cozy. Hello, it's Monday. Because I forgot to close this out yesterday, I stayed up until about 10:15 reading, which isn't super late, but it's late for me to like stay up reading. I'm still in the middle of The Crowns of Croswald, number 2, The Girl with the Whispering Shadows. We just got like our first drop of like the title in here. There's a character, I can't remember what her name is. She works at like a bookstore, but also like a writing hub. A lot of authors go and they have these things called pseudo pens that you can use that turn you invisible while you're writing, so you can write whatever you want and nobody knows that it's you. I am 105 pages in, I believe. Really enjoying it. We're starting to get a little more spooky, a little more magic coming out, and I also just love Ivy and Finn. It feels weird that this is a middle grade, but Ivy is 16. I just feel like that doesn't match well, and because it's middle grade, I keep feeling weird about being like, I want them to get together. But I'm like, she's 16. He's probably like 17, almost 18, so it's fine. Anyways, I'm really enjoying it. I am obviously very anxious right now, just waiting for our COVID results, trying to, you know, officially decide if we are going to go to Colorado or not. So sitting down last night, listening to the, I think it was the Charms Room, ASMR room video that I listened to last night. It's just like a crackling fire, pens flying around, paper rustling. It was just really relaxing. And I got a good chunk done because I haven't done really any reading since before Christmas, probably before the week of Christmas. So yeah, that's my update. I don't know how this vlog is going to look combined with the last like week or so, but I hope that your Christmas was good. I hope that you are enjoying this holiday season. For those of you who don't celebrate Christmas or the holiday season, I just hope that the end of year 2020 is going as okay as it possibly can. I mean, my family, almost my whole family got hit with COVID. And that's not because we're all around each other. It's my family in Texas, like my immediate family. My dad tested positive. My grandma, my dad's girlfriend, and my brother all have to go get tested today. My boyfriend and I don't know what's going on, if we have COVID or not. For me, it really doesn't change anything. I can just keep working from in this room. And it's fine. The only time I would consider taking time off is if I'm starting to really not feel well. For my boyfriend, his leave is paid for by Amazon, which is great. So if we do have to quarantine, I will be confined to these back 2 rooms, our bedroom and my office. I sanitized this morning. I wiped everything down, dusted, And I'm going to do the same in the bedroom. Once we get our results back, if we're negative, then we're going to go about our day. If not, he's going to sleep in the living room and have like the kitchen area to himself as well. Not that he's going to do anything with it, but he needs more space than I do. He needs to be able to like walk around and have like a larger area because he gets really pent up. So yeah, I hope that the last bit of your 2020 has been okay, and I just wanted to say that this has been a really great year. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me. I think I'm at 41 subscribers now, which I know is not a lot, and I do definitely think that because I haven't posted in the last like 3 weeks, I haven't had any subscriber growth, but I also haven't had anybody unsubscribe, which is nice. So I'm definitely hoping to edit all of this footage and get it up probably on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not 100% sure. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, how your holidays were, how you're holding up in general. I'm doing okay. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.